Hi, I'm Christy with T's Kitchen. Today we're going to be making an appetizer for our Christmas dinner. We're making my family's secret recipe for Cajun meat pies. Let's get cooking. So let's get started on the meat pie filling. So for this recipe, you need 2 onions. So now I'm going to cut up my bell peppers. So I'm using, the recipe is 1 bell pepper. So whatever you have available, I'm going to do half of a green and half of a red to equal 1 whole bell pepper. And then I'm going to I'm going to dice two stalks of celery. I'm just going to be honest. If I cut these jalapenos, 3 jalapenos, my fingers are going to be burning. They're going to be on fire. So what I normally do to save time, because, Cajuns cut up a lot of Trinity, I use my little chopper and it just makes things much easier and I don't have to burn my fingers. Now let's get all this into the pot with the meat and we'll get it cooking. So now we're going to get started on our meat pie filling. I have my pot heating up and I'm going to coat the bottom with just a little bit of oil just to get the meat kind of browning. And so for this recipe, I use a mixture of half and half. I'm going to do ground pork and ground beef. So I'm going to get the meat nice and brown first, and then I'm going to go ahead and add all my veggies in. So once your meat is nice and brown, then we're going to add in our veggies. So we are going to add 4 pods of garlic. Okay, so you want to cook this so that until your veggies are nice and translucent, so your veggies get soft, and then we're going to add in the rest of our ingredients, and we're just going to let it simmer. Okay, so once your veggies are nice and soft, you're going to make a slurry with 2 cups of beef stock, half a cup of flour, and you just want to whisk this until the lumps are completely gone. So will slowly add that mixture to our meat and veggies. And then we're going to go ahead and add in our seasonings. So like I said, it's going to seem like the meat, it is a little spicy, but you have to go a little spicier on the meat mixture so that you have flavor, because remember, it's going to be inside of bland pie crust. Whatever your favorite Cajun seasoning is, we're going to do 3.5 tablespoons of that. 2 tablespoons of garlic powder. And then we're going to do 1 teaspoon of cayenne. You also want to add, I do about 5 tablespoons of Worcestershire, and then 2 tablespoons of hot sauce. I like Louisiana hot sauce. Okay, so that's everything you need. And so you want to just stir that, and you're just going to let it simmer until it slightly thickens. And then what I like to do with this is I'll let it cool on the stove, and then I'll put it in containers, and I'll just put it in the ice box, and it makes it so much easier to fill your pie dough. What I also like to do sometimes, like if you're making this for the holidays, I'll take this meat mixture and I will put it in the containers and I'll stick it in the freezer. That way you have your meat pie filling already ready to go, and the only thing you have to worry about is filling your pie shells. Okay, so the meat pie filling has been chilling in the ice box. I usually like to do this overnight because it just makes it much easier to fill the meat pie dough. So, and then I also like to work with cold dough. So I'm gonna put a little bit of flour, not much, a little bit of flour on my surface, and then a little bit on my rolling pin. And this one doesn't need too much rolling. I'm just gonna kind of make it even. So to cut out your circles to make your pie, so we're making mini meat pies. So you can use whatever size you want. You can use a glass. I'm just using this little bowl to cut circles out of the dough. You're gonna use probably about 2 teaspoons of the meat pie filling, and you're just gonna put it in the middle of the circle of the pie dough. And then you just fold it over like this into like a half moon, and then you're gonna take your fork and we're just gonna crimp it like that, little mini meat pies. And then we're gonna put them on a pan that's lined with parchment paper. So now I'm just gonna brush the mini meat pies with an egg wash. So this is just 1 egg cracked into the bowl, scrambled, and I just put maybe a teaspoon of water. And then now the only thing we have left to do is we'll put them into the oven at 350 degrees and we'll just bake them until they're nice and brown. And there you have it, Cajun meat pies. I hope that you can make this for your family for Christmas. And from all of us at T's Kitchen, I wish you a Merry Christmas and thank you for watching.